It's time to get real. Too many people are drifting through life, weighed down by bad habits that are destroying their potential. These habits aren't just minor inconveniences, they're shackles holding you back from the life you're meant to live. If you're serious about becoming the best version of yourself, then it's time to face the hard truth. You need to stop doing these things right now. No more excuses, no more delays. This isn't about being nice. This is about waking you up to the reality that you're in control of your life, and it's time to start acting like it. The first bad habit you need to stop is procrastination. Procrastination is the silent killer of dreams. Every time you put off a task, you're telling yourself that your goals don't matter, that your time isn't valuable. Let's be clear, procrastination is not a harmless quirk. It's a form of self-sabotage. It's you standing in your own way. Procrastination thrives on excuses. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm not in the mood. I'll start when I'm ready. Stop lying to yourself. Tomorrow is a fantasy, a place where you imagine you'll suddenly become the person you want to be. But here's the harsh truth. If you're not taking action today, you won't take action tomorrow. The time to act is now. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back. Your life is ticking away, and procrastination is robbing you of your future. Break the cycle. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. Take control of your time and start doing what needs to be done. The second bad habit to eliminate is complaining. Complaining is the language of the powerless. Every time you complain, you're reinforcing a victim mentality. You're telling yourself and the world that you have no control over your circumstances. But here's the truth. Complaining does nothing to change your situation. It's a waste of energy and a distraction from what really matters. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control. Complaining keeps you focused on what you can't. It's time to stop. Instead of whining about your problems, start taking responsibility for your life. If something isn't right, fix it. If you can't fix it, change your perspective. Complaining won't solve your problems. Action will. Don't be the person who always has something negative to say. Be the person who finds solutions, who takes challenges head on, and who refuses to be defeated by circumstances. Remember, your words shape your reality. Stop using them to reinforce negativity. Start using them to create the life you want. The third bad habit you must break is seeking validation from others. This is a trap that keeps you enslaved to other people's opinions. When you constantly seek approval, you're giving away your power. You're letting others dictate your self-worth, your decisions, and ultimately, your life. Understand this. No one's opinion of you should matter more than your own. The need for validation is rooted in insecurity and fear. It's a sign that you haven't fully accepted yourself, that you're still looking for someone else to tell you you're enough. But you are enough, and you don't need anyone else's approval to confirm that. Seeking validation keeps you small, keeps you playing it safe. It stops you from taking risks, from being authentic, from living your truth. Stop looking for others to validate you. Start validating yourself. Trust your own judgment, follow your own path, and don't be afraid to stand alone. The only approval you need is your own. The fourth bad habit to eliminate is making excuses. Excuses are lies you tell yourself to justify inaction. They're a way of avoiding responsibility, of blaming external factors for your failures. But the truth is, excuses are just that. Excuses. They're not reasons, they're not valid, and they're certainly not going to help you achieve anything. Making excuses is the opposite of taking ownership. It's a way of saying, it's not my fault, it's not my problem, there's nothing I can do. But that's a lie. There's always something you can do. You are in control of your life, and that means you are responsible for your actions, or your lack of action. Stop blaming your circumstances, your past, other people. Take full responsibility for where you are in life, because only then can you change it. Excuses keep you stuck. Responsibility sets you free. It's time to stop hiding behind excuses and start taking real action. No more, "I can't because," replace that with, "I will because I must." The fifth bad habit you need to stop is indecision. Indecision is the enemy of progress. When you hesitate, when you can't make up your mind, you're stuck in limbo, neither moving forward nor backward. Indecision breeds anxiety, doubt, and inaction. It keeps you from committing fully to any path, which means you're never fully invested in your own success. The Stoics teach us to make decisions with confidence and to stand by them. Indecision is a sign that you don't trust yourself, that you're afraid of making the wrong choice. But here's the truth. There's no such thing as a perfect decision. Every choice comes with risks and consequences. The key is to make a decision and then commit to it fully. Trust yourself to handle whatever comes next. Indecision is a form of self-doubt. It's time to let it go. Make a choice, commit to it, and move forward with confidence. Every decision you make is a step on your path. Don't let fear of making the wrong choice keep you from making any choice at all. The sixth bad habit to stop is comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy, of motivation, of self-worth. When you compare yourself to others, you're measuring your worth by someone else's standards, and that's a losing game. There will always be someone who seems to have more, who seems to be better, who seems to be ahead. But here's the thing. Their journey is not your journey. The Stoics remind us to focus on our own path, to measure ourselves by our own progress, not by the standards of others. Comparing yourself to others only distracts you from your own goals and diminishes your sense of accomplishment. You're not in competition with anyone but yourself. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Stop looking at what others are doing and start focusing on your own growth. Your journey is unique, and your success will come in its own time, as long as you stay committed to your path. The sixth bad habit to stop is comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy, of motivation, of self-worth. When you compare yourself to others, you're measuring your worth by someone else's standards, and that's a losing game. There will always be someone who seems to have more, who seems to be better, who seems to be ahead. But here's the thing. Their journey is not your journey. The Stoics remind us to focus on our own path, to measure ourselves by our own progress, not by the standards of others. Comparing yourself to others only distracts you from your own goals and diminishes your sense of accomplishment. You're not in competition with anyone but yourself. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Stop looking at what others are doing and start focusing on your own growth. Your journey is unique, and your success will come in its own time, as long as you stay committed to your path. The seventh bad habit to stop is being afraid of failure. Fear of failure is one of the biggest obstacles to success. It's what keeps you from taking risks, from trying new things, from stepping outside your comfort zone. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. In fact, failure is one of the most valuable teachers you'll ever have. The Stoics viewed failure as an essential part of growth. It's through our mistakes and setbacks that we learn, adapt, and become stronger. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. You're playing it safe, staying within your comfort zone, and that's not where growth happens. Stop being afraid to fail. Embrace failure as part of the process. Every failure is a step closer to success. It's a sign that you're pushing your limits, that you're trying, that you're moving forward. Don't let the fear of failure paralyze you. Use it as fuel to keep going, to keep striving, to keep getting better. Remember, The only real failure is not trying at all. The eighth bad habit to eliminate is wasting time. Time is the most precious resource you have, and once it's gone forever. Yet, so many people squander it on trivial activities, mindless scrolling on social media, binge-watching TV, doing things that add no real value to their lives. Every moment you waste is a moment you'll never get back, a moment you could have spent working toward your goals. The Stoics were acutely aware of the fleeting nature of time. They understood that life is short and that we must make the most of every day. Wasting time is wasting your life. It's time to get serious about how you spend your days. Cut out the distractions, the mindless activities, the things that don't move you forward. Focus on what matters, on your goals, your growth, your relationships. Time is the one thing you can never get back, so don't waste it. Make every moment count. The ninth bad habit to stop is avoiding difficult conversations. Too often we shy away from confronting issues head-on because it's uncomfortable, because we fear conflict, or because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings. But avoiding difficult conversations doesn't solve the problem, it only prolongs it. The more you avoid these conversations, the more they fester, and the bigger the issue becomes. The Stoics valued courage and truth. They understood that facing problems directly is the only way to resolve them. Avoiding difficult conversations is a form of cowardice, and it keeps you trapped in situations that could be resolved if only you had the courage to speak up. Whether it's addressing a problem at work, setting boundaries in a relationship, or expressing your true feelings, you need to stop running from these conversations. Speak your truth even when it's uncomfortable. Confront the issues head-on, and don't let fear hold you back. Remember, growth comes from facing challenges, not from avoiding them. The 10th bad habit you need to eliminate is holding grudges. Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It's a toxic habit that only harms you. When you hold a grudge, you're allowing someone else's actions to control your emotions and your peace of mind. The Stoics taught that we cannot control others, only our own responses. Holding on to anger and resentment is a waste of energy and a barrier to your own happiness. Letting go of grudges doesn't mean you condone what someone did or that you have to reconcile with them. It means you choose to free yourself from the burden of bitterness. You take back your power by not allowing someone else's actions to dictate how you feel. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's a way to cleanse your mind and heart, to move forward without the weight of the past dragging you down. Stop holding grudges. Let go, move on, and focus on your own peace and progress. The 11th bad habit to stop is letting fear control you. Fear is a natural emotion, but when it takes over, it becomes a prison. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These are all chains that keep you from living your life fully. The Stoics believed that courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Fear will always be there, but you must not let it dictate your actions. The more you allow fear to control you, the smaller your world becomes. You start to avoid challenges, shrink from opportunities, and settle for less than you're capable of. But life is not meant to be lived in a bubble of safety. It's meant to be experienced fully, with all its risks and rewards. Stop letting fear make your decisions for you. Face it head on, take the leap, and trust that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Fear is only as powerful as you allow it to be. The 12th bad habit to stop is neglecting your health. Your body is your temple, and if you don't take care of it, everything else in your life will suffer. The Stoics believed in the importance of physical well-being as a foundation for mental and emotional strength. Neglecting your health is a sign that you don't value yourself or your life. Eating poorly, not exercising, ignoring mental health. These are all forms of self-neglect that will catch up with you sooner or later. Your health is not something to be taken lightly. It's the foundation of everything you do. Without it, you can't pursue your goals, enjoy your relationships, or live a fulfilling life. Stop treating your body like it's invincible. Start making your health a priority. Eat well, exercise regularly, get enough sleep, and take care of your mental well-being. Your future self will thank you for the investment you make in your health today. The 13th bad habit to stop is living in the past. The past is gone. It's over, done, and it's never coming back. Yet so many people are trapped in it, reliving old hurts, clinging to former glories, and allowing their past to define their present. The Stoics teach us to live in the moment, to focus on the here and now, because it's the only time we truly have. Living in the past keeps you from moving forward. It keeps you stuck in old patterns, prevents you from seeing new opportunities, and hinders your growth. Whether it's regret, guilt, or nostalgia, these emotions anchor you to a time that no longer exists. Let it go. The past cannot be changed, but your future is still within your control. Focus on what you can do today, right now, to create the life you want. Stop letting the past hold you back and start living fully in the present. The 14th bad habit you need to stop is seeking perfection. Perfection is an illusion, a standard that can never be met. When you strive for perfection, you set yourself up for constant disappointment and frustration. The Stoics knew that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Seeking perfection often leads to procrastination, as you wait for the perfect time, the perfect conditions, or the perfect moment to act. But that moment will never come. Stop letting the pursuit of perfection paralyze you. Accept that you will make mistakes, that you will have setbacks, that you will not always get it right. But that's okay, because growth comes from imperfection. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep improving, and to accept that done is better than perfect. Progress, no matter how small, is better than standing still, waiting for the impossible. Stop seeking perfection and start embracing progress. The 15th bad habit to eliminate is passivity. Passivity is the act of letting life happen to you instead of taking control of it. It's the habit of sitting back, letting others make decisions for you, and avoiding taking responsibility for your own life. The Stoics believed in being active participants in life, in taking charge of your own destiny. Being passive is a way of avoiding risk, but it's also a way of avoiding growth. It's easy to sit back and let others take the lead, but it's also a path to mediocrity. If you want to achieve anything meaningful, you need to stop being passive and start being proactive. Take charge of your life. Make decisions, take risks, and don't be afraid to fail. Passivity is a form of surrender, but you were not born to surrender. You were born to thrive, to challenge yourself, and to create your own path. Stop being passive and start living with purpose. The 16th bad habit to stop is holding back. Holding back is the act of not giving your all, of playing it safe, of keeping a part of yourself in reserve. It's a fear-based behavior that keeps you from fully committing to your goals, your relationships, and your life. The Stoics believed in giving your best effort in all things, in living fully and authentically. When you hold back, you cheat yourself out of the experiences that could truly transform your life. You keep yourself small, hidden, and unfulfilled. Stop holding back. Give your all in everything you do. Whether it's your work, your relationships, or your personal growth, commit fully. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to take risks, to put yourself out there. Holding back may feel safe, but it's also a way of avoiding true success and fulfillment. Stop playing small, live boldly, and let the world see what you are truly capable of. The 17th bad habit to stop is settling for less. Settling is a form of self-betrayal. It's accepting less than you deserve, less than you're capable of, and less than you truly want. The Stoics believed in the pursuit of excellence, in striving to be the best version of yourself. Settling is the opposite of that. It's giving up on your dreams, your potential, and your standards. Stop settling for less in any area of your life. Whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal goals, refuse to accept anything less than what you truly want. Settling leads to a life of mediocrity, of regret, and of unfulfilled potential. You deserve more, but you have to believe that and be willing to go after it. Stop making excuses for why you can't have what you want. Start demanding more of yourself and of the world. Raise your standards, and don't be afraid to go after what you truly desire. The 18th bad habit to stop is being negative. Negativity is a destructive force that drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and poisons your relationships. The Stoics believed in focusing on what you can control and maintaining a positive outlook even in the face of adversity. Negativity is a choice, and it's one that keeps you trapped in a cycle of defeat. Stop choosing negativity. Stop focusing on what's wrong, what's missing, what's not working. Instead, start looking for solutions, for opportunities, for what you can do to make things better. Negativity is easy, but it's also lazy. It takes strength and courage to maintain a positive mindset, especially when things aren't going your way. But that's exactly when you need it the most. Stop being negative. Start looking for the good. Start believing in yourself, and start taking action to create the life you want. It's time to take a hard look at your life and the habits that are holding you back. These bad habits are not just minor flaws. They are the chains that keep you from reaching your full potential. The Stoics believed in living a life of virtue, discipline, and purpose. That starts with eliminating the behaviors that no longer serve you. This is not a game, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Your life is too valuable, your potential too great, to be wasted on these bad habits. It's time to stop. Right now. No more excuses, no more delays. Take control of your life, break free from these chains, and start living the life you were meant to live.